Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank you for stopping by today. Subject of my vlog today is 5 shocking things about the Philippines you didn't know. Thank you for stopping by, especially my new viewers and new subscribers. Your kindness, your generosity, your support of my channel has truly been amazing. I'll never take that for granted. 58-year-old American who grew tired of the rat race decided to move to the Philippines in search of a new life. Well, I found that new life, and I want to share with you my boots on the ground experiences, only way I know how. By giving you the nitty gritty, exactly what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. I'm never going to sugarcoat that. It's not going to start today. I love the Philippines. I love the Filipino people. And on my live stream yesterday, I spoke about how little outsiders know about this place. I mean, just basic stuff. But today I wanted to talk about 5 shocking things that you didn't know about the Philippines. I've been coming here on and off for 12 years, and they still shock me. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the age of consent in the Philippines is 12. A 12-year-old can give consent. Now, this is something I always debate all the time. Let me remind you that there are laws on the books right now that protect children under 18. They make it a crime to have sex with a child under 18 under any circumstances. Okay? This age of consent is under the old 1930 penal code, and it's just simply stayed there. It's never been changed. It's never even been challenged. There is a new law that is passed, but it's stuck in the Senate right now. So the shocking thing is the age of consent still remains at 12. Now, there was a great article in the Manila Times written by Father Shea Cullen. He's a Irish missionary priest here in the Philippines. Been here since 1969. You know, he's an advocate for protecting women and children. It's a great article. I want you to go ahead and read that. I'll put the link in my description. But yes, it's shocking that the age of 12, the age of consent is still 12 in the Philippines today. It's the lowest in Asia, one of the lowest in the world. But let me remind you, it's a crime under RA 7610 to have sex with anyone under 18 in the Philippines. All right. Something else that's just as shocking, and I became aware of it maybe 3 or 4 years ago, was the traditional circumcision. Circumcision. It's early morning, man. I haven't had my coffee. Well, when my son was about 6 years old, he got circumcised, but it wasn't in the hospital. It was in his province, up in the mountains of Naga City, right above Cebu. And it's usually performed, they call them circumcisers, but it's usually a quack doctor, a witch doctor, medicine man. And he performs the procedure. And you know what he does is, to distract the boys, they gave my son some guava leaves to chew on. And then he uses what they call a traditional knife, but it's not really a metal knife. It's a curved piece of wood that's been sharpened, man. He just hits the, the penis, and it splits the foreskin right there. Now, they don't remove it totally like circumcision is in America. See, we remove it totally. And it's very, very important here. I mean, the WHO, which is World Health Organization, says that 33% of men worldwide have been circumcised. Well, in the Philippines, it's 93% of all Filipino males have been circumcised, and it's a rite of passage for boys. And you know, if you don't have it done, you're ridiculed, you're made fun of, you're laughed at. It's very important here, but it's not performed in the hospital. A lot of it is still performed right there. I mean, he walked around for 3 or 4 days, you know, without any underwear, you know, because of course you wouldn't want that getting stuck on anything. And then what they do is they take the chewed guava leaves and they put it on the wound, you know, to lessen the pain and also the infection. But yeah, they still do the traditional circumcision here in the Philippines. And it's shocking to me, you know, and it's very painful. Good morning. But yeah, I was up in Manila, one of the few times I ever been to Manila. And, you know, they've got all kinds of street foods going on in Manila. But we were over there by, I believe it's the Baclaran Church. I don't want, correct me if I'm wrong, but, you know, I was hungry and I wanted to stop and get something to eat. And the young lady that I was with said, no, don't eat that. That's pag. And I was like, well, what is that? And she said, it's a Tagalog word. Literally means to shake the dirt or the dust off. You know, it's leftover food that's been, the leftover food is from, you know, fast food restaurants, markets, you know, garbage dumps. And what they do is they clean the meat and then they recook it and then they resell it. You know, sometimes they fry it, sometimes they'll make like a adobo with it. But some people, you know, based on how hungry they are, they'll eat it right then and there, right out of the garbage, once they clean it off. And that was shocking to me. But it's like in some parts of Manila, and even in Cebu and them places like that, it's like a thriving little business. You know, they call it peg. They usually serve it for about 10 pesos. The smart ones, they'll go to Jollibee or KFC or McDonald's or something like that, and they'll buy it from the manager. They're usually paying anywhere from 30 to 70 pesos per kilo for this leftover meat that they get out of the garbage cans and stuff. So it's kind of crazy, you know, when you eat street food, make sure you know where it's coming from. And remember, I always remind you, whether it's a barber, whether it's a laundry, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's street food, once you find a good one, stick with it, that you know and trust, because a lot of this peg is out there, and it's shocking. And it came about because, you know, of the extreme poverty that some people experience here in the Philippines. But yeah, they get the food out of the garbage can at these places, they clean it off, then they recook it. They make an adobo, sometimes they fry it, but it's called peg. It's a Tagalog word that literally means to shake the dust or dirt off of. Something else, number 4, I guess, you know, because I said 5 things. It's kind of shocking is, in the Philippines, men, it's common for men to use penis implants here. Remember I did that video about the size matter? Well, one of the most common implants that Filipino men use, mostly in the seaman community, is they put bolitas in their penises. And bolitas is just a Spanish word meaning balls. They put these small balls, small pellets inside their penises, and supposedly to give them a huge boost of confidence, and it makes them a huge hit among the women. Well, Dr. Romeo Lee of De La Salle University did a study, called Between the Thighs, and he's talking about male implants. And, he said that the respondents in his survey, the men, they complained of a deep, penetrating, throbbing pain when they put those pellets inside the penis. I mean, I'm thinking like, yeah, right, that's what you're supposed to feel. Some of them experience swelling, but according to the women the women partners of the men who had it done, it ranged from no pleasure to pleasurable. But most of the women complained of pain, rashes, bleeding, pus, inflammation in the vagina, of course. Yeah. They were literally beating these women up. But I guess, by them having the smallest penises in the world, they need all the help they can get. So they use these bolitas. It's still in practice today. And those wasn't my words. Those were the words of a Norwegian researcher that said it gives them a huge boost of confidence and it makes them a huge hit among the women. It sounds funny, but it's true. It's shocking, man. I wouldn't put that in my penis, and the way that they get them in there is even more shocking. They take a sharpened ball pen cap and they slit, the penis and to put the small pellets inside, man. That's crazy, but it's true. It's shocking. And the last thing I'll talk to you about is, everybody knows, abortion is illegal over here in the Philippines, and the Spanish made it illegal, and it's remained illegal, and it's a criminal offense today. But that doesn't stop thousands of women over here from having abortions, but they have these back alley type abortions that are performed again by these quack doctors, these witch doctors, these medicine men. A lot of times they use massage manipulation, they drink these herbal concoctions, and I tell you, man, it's dangerous. And it's shocking that in 2021, if a woman wants to decide to do something like that, she has to go to extreme lengths. Now, I'm not starting an argument one way or the other. I'm just telling you that it's shocking that in 2021, only under the most life-threatening cases is it legal. Otherwise, it's illegal, and they go to some extreme cases. Many women die over here from the procedures. They have all sorts of complications. They're never able to have children again. It's just shocking, man. So those are 5 shocking things about the Philippines you probably didn't know. Because we know very little about this place in 2021, and I was shocked. When I started my channel about a year ago, I was shocked at how little people knew about the Philippines, and now 1 year forward, I'm just as shocked. When we think about the Philippines, we only think of bar girls and poverty. That's it. We know very little about this place, and I just want to share with you this wonderful place because it's really a beautiful country and it has beautiful people and it just has so much to offer. It gave me a new life. So thank you for stopping by today. If you're in America, it's getting late, and before you let your head hit the pillow tonight, please go out and find somebody to help. But if you're on one of them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, you're just getting off second shift, or you're on your lunch break, and you see somebody in the street, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. If you're in the Philippines, it's early. It's not even 6 o'clock yet. I got up early because I'm going to go on to Bacolod today. One of the foreigners here actually offered to give me a ride on Thursday, but it's her niece's birthday, and man, you know what it is when it comes to birthdays here. They're big. I can't miss that. So I'm gonna go on today. But it's still no excuse for you not to intentionally go out and find somebody to help. Millions of people here, whether it's a foreigner, whether it's a local, who need our help. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time. There's those coconuts, man. They're good too. I bought a few the other day. Not from these people, but from a little vendor that came by, man. Try that coconut juice when you get over here, guys. Take care.